Nope, nope, nope. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Guys, look what I just saw today. Right now, the Washington Post, they wrote Robert F. Kennedy Jr. tried to meet with Kamala Harris to discuss cabinet job. What? Does that make any sense to you? That doesn't make any sense to me. Is this suggesting that RFK Jr. is going to be quitting sometime soon? No, that doesn't sound like RFK Jr. to me. No, 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 not at all. Not at all. Now we're going to go into this article in a second. I did want to go ahead and discuss the article, and then I want us to move into probably one of the most gangster things I've ever seen RFK Jr. do on live TV. This was live on Fox News last night, and it was just absolutely insane. It also reaffirms his position on this on being in the race and why this is just complete baloney. Washington Post, you should be disappointed in yourself. And I also want us to go into Chris Coumo giving independence a shout out. Okay, he doesn't state RFK Jr.'s name, but I think he definitely gives him a great hint on why his campaign matters in this 2024 election. Okay, so let's get right into it. This is an interesting article. Okay, do I believe it? No, not really. Now, I don't know if you remember this, but last month a lot of mainstream media tried to suggest that RFK Jr. met with Trump to discuss a cabinet job, right? That's what they were saying. Now, we saw a leaked video and they were just discussing vaccines, chronic health, right? And I don't know if you recall that video, but RFK Jr. didn't actually speak a lot. He said like 3 words, and those were all the same word. If you're just saying yes, right? That was it. And after that video came out, he went on the news and started discussing that, look, I'll meet with anybody. Okay? Left, right, purple, yellow. He doesn't care. He won't meet with anybody. Okay? He'll meet with anyone across the political aisle. And it's perfect. That's why we like him, because he talks to people. One of his core messages is, I want us to get to start talking again. That is phenomenal. So I'll read the introduction. I won't read the whole thing, but I'll have it linked in the description so you're free to read it. But already this says, independent presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. saw a meeting last week with Democratic nominee Kamala Harris to discuss the possibility of serving in her administration, perhaps as a cabinet secretary, if he throws his support behind her campaign and she wins, according to Kennedy campaign officials. Okay, that's what this says. They go on to say Harris didn't respond to the offer. Da 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 da. They also bring up the meeting with Trump last month, and there's another thing that I wanted to bring up. Let me see if I could find it real quick. Right here, it says, from the beginning of this campaign, we were saying people should be talking to each other. Okay, all right. And now I think this is probably the most important aspect of this article, and I think this is probably the only truth here, because from the beginning, Kennedy's always talked about unity. He's always talked about bipartisanship. He's always talked about healing the divide. And guess what? You can't heal no divide unless there's conversations being made. So my takeaway here is that this I don't believe he was seeking a cabinet job with Harris. I really don't. I really, really don't. You can have your opinion in the comments. If you believe that Kennedy is gonna throw in the towel soon, you have every right to believe that. You have your own perspective. I welcome it. All right. I just don't see Kennedy being a quitter. I don't see Kennedy being 85 days away from the election, and now is the time where he's going to just throw in the towel and endorse one of these other people. I don't see that happening. No way, Jose. I really don't. But I also think that article came out today. This was shared yesterday on Fox News. This was a one-on-one with RFK Jr. Now, check this out. I'll also link this in the description, but this like last minute, I think, is phenomenal. Check this out.
To the end. Are you in this till election day?
Yes.
Okay. Next time we have you
Wait.
back,
And
I want to ask you about...
if Fox News lets me on the stage for the debate, I will win the election.
Oh, oh my goodness. Did you hear that? What a bar. If Fox News lets me on that debate stage, I win the election.
If Fox News lets me on the stage for the debate, I will win the election.
Wow.
If Fox News lets you on they like every media group, you have to show a certain debate. I don't know. I don't make up the rules, but there are rules. You have to show X amount
Ugh.
of percentage of. Well, they're making up rules. If we had the presidential debating committee, I would be on the stage. I'll say, all right. Now
There
I
we
do have
go.
to bring you back to talk about.
There we go. So I think that perfectly encapsulates where RFK Jr. is right now, especially this first part. Like, are you in it? Just straight up. Are you in this till the end?
Are you in this till election day?
Are you in it?
Yes.
Boom. Just like that. Yes. One single word. He is in it. So if you want to believe that he's over here going through Walmart, scoping things out, saying, "Oh, the Trump administration looks kind of cool. The Harris one looks okay. I'm kind of believing." If you think that Kennedy is genuinely doing that kind of shopping around after all this discussion about the duopoly and how these guys are funded by the same people and no, it's just going to be more of the same thing. If you genuinely think that, there's just that's just not my perspective. We're not in alignment here. I really don't believe that. Okay, now I want us to move on to a primary reason why I don't see RFK Jr. leaving the race. And shout out to Jill McGrowan. You're awesome. You shared this video, and it actually led me to this, pretty much the original video from Chris Coumo on News Nation, and this is a phenomenal video. Chris Coumo is talking about the amount of registered voters in pretty much in each sector of the political aisle, and I don't think a lot of people are talking about this. Again, you should watch the full video. It's awesome, but I will play essentially the last 2 minutes of it. Okay, and this is really, really helping out RFK Jr. because again, from the beginning, who's RFK's audience, right? If you're Kamala Harris, that's easy, right? Because you're just appealing to Democrats, right? If you're Trump's audience, that's easy. You're appealing to the MAGA crowd. MAGA. You're appealing to the MAGA crowd. You're appealing to conservatives. You're appealing to Republicans. Okay, all right. Now those represent two sides of the political aisle. But I don't know if you watched that other video from 270 to win, but there is a significant amount of people who don't align with any of those extreme sides, and they just make up the majority in the middle. And I want you to look at what Chris Kumo is saying here. It is fascinating. Check it out.
The most. Let's walk again because I know how you love to work that steady cam. Look at him. He's nervous with the little baby steps moving
I just love this guy's energy. Here, say what you will about Chris Kumo. I love his presence here. He's fascinating.
backwards.
Man,
All right. Now, here's the one metric that people aren't talking about that's really the only one that matters to me. In fact, I'll make you a bet. If you can find me a major media outlet that is focused on what I'm about to in this data, because we all have it, I'll send you this mug. Okay. I want to focus on the gray. The
also, I love that sentence right now. I want to focus on the gray because if you've been around for a while, you know that I've said that the media is so good at manipulating things and that they treat everything as if it's black and white. But truly, often, the truth, where is it? Where is it? Is it black or is it gray? No, no. Is it black or is it white? No, no, no. It's gray. The truth is in the gray.
the gray, the people registering
I
as
love it.
neither Democrat nor Republican. Now, first of all, in July, the gray outpaced either other one in a lot of major areas. The gray outpaces. Now, why don't
Look at this. Look at California. Are you kidding me? Look at Arizona. Are you kidding me? 27,000 people, more than Republicans. That is absolutely wild. Oh my goodness.
Why don't they focus on it the way we are now? Because most outlets are about the party game, and here we expose it, not play it. This shift makes sense to me, even in 1 month. Why? Because we already know the fastest growing of our voter base is non left or right, but people like you in search of reasonable. We are already
In search of reasonable? You know, he could have just said in search of RFK Jr.
a plurality over 40%. Now, 40% is not a majority, but we could be on the way there. It's the fastest growing part. At least that's my hope. Since November 2020, guess what percentage of new voter registrations are independent or not Republican or Democrat, right? Because you could be Green Party, you could be Working Families Party, you could be different things, but you're not Republican or Democrat. It's an affirmative move away from those two parties. Guess what percentage since 2020, November, which is, of course, when we had the last presidential election? 82%. Pretty easy to guess when I put up the answer. But
82%. How absolutely wild is that? 82% of people. I'm taking that as in 82% of people are just generally pretty unsatisfied with their options on both sides of the aisle. They're unhappy with Trump. They're unhappy with Biden. Now they're unhappy with Kamala. 82% of people. I'm not saying there's not a significant amount of support for Trump or Kamala. I'm just saying I don't know if the majority amount of people are aligning themselves with them completely, or I don't know if these or if Harris or Trump are the singular best expression of America. If you think they are, vote for them. Vote for them by all means. If you think they're the best expression of what you think it means to be an American and what it means, and you align with their vision of the future, by all means, vote for them. Okay? But if you don't align with them, if you're someone who's part of the 82%, if you're independent, if you are a free thinker, chef's kiss, if that's you, you know what? I think you start looking at RFK Jr. I really do. That's all I'm gonna say.
that's the point. Why so many? Frustration with a failed two party system.
Mm,
Independents like you are the future. And it
the
makes sense.
future.
Americans should be averse to hollow conformity. And that's what the parties are at this place, right? And at this place of where we are right now in our country, that's all they are. Are you afraid enough to join us?
Mm,
Americans are not sheep.
see? And what's another platform of RFK Jr.? All right, he's not about fear. He's not about scaring people into voting for him. You know what he's doing? He said this from the beginning. He said, "I win if you vote out of hope. They win if you vote out of fear." Those are your options. Hope, fear, hope, fear, hope, fear. What are you gonna choose? You let me know in the comments. You let me know in the comments which future you want to choose. I love it. Anyways, that's gonna be all for today's video. You let me know what you think about everything that we discussed. Do you think RFK Jr. is calling it quits soon? Do you think he's really gonna be accepting what's happening with the Harris campaign? Do you really think he's looking for a cabinet job? You think so? Or do you believe him when he says from his own mouth that he's in it till the end? You let me know. You really do. And I want you to also let me know about how you feel about this 82% number, because I agree with Chris Coumo here. He discusses this as in the context of the future. I do believe this is the future, but I also believe this is it right now. This is it right now. This isn't what's going to happen in the 2028 election. This is what's happening right now in 2024. Okay? And this is why RFK Jr. really does stand a chance. That's just my opinion. It really is, but I'm believing it. You let me know. You let me know. Okay? I'm excited to read everyone's thoughts, perspectives, worldview in the comment section, please. And I will see you all next time. Hope you have a good day. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching and listening. I appreciate your time so much, and I really hope you enjoyed this episode. If you'd like to support what we're building here, please like and subscribe. It means a lot and it really helps us out. And if you want to see even more content from me, make sure to follow me on Instagram. I'm going to be sharing a lot more on there. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.